Good morning dear students. So now last class alli nuclei topic ಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂಗೆ ಆಫ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ರೇಡಿಯೋಆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಸೊ ಈ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇದನ್ನು ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗೋಣ. ಸೊ ನೋಡಿ, ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಸೆಷನ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೈ ಟಾಪಿಕ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ನಂಬರ್ 30, nuclei. So see, off-life period of a radioactive element anta tilkondiddhi. That is G off is equal to 0.692 divided by lambda, where lambda is the decay constant. So now see, the average life or mean life of a radioactive element. Average life or mean life of a radioactive element. See, in the radioactive elements, all the atoms do not having the same lifetime. That means all the atoms are not disintegrate at the same time. So ಎಲ್ಲ atoms ಏನವಲ್ಲ at a time ಅಲ್ಲಿ disintegrate ಅಲ್ಲ. So some atoms are having the short lives while some other atoms having the longer life. Hence all the atoms do not having the same lifetime. ಸೊ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಟಮ್ಸನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಏನಾಗಲ್ಲ ಅಟ್ ಎ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸಿಂಟಿಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಸೇಮ್ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸಿಂಟಿಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಕೆಲವು ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಲೈಫ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತವೆ, ಅಂದರೆ ಬೇಗ ಡಿಸಿಂಟಿಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತವೆ. ಕೆಲವು ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಏನಾಗ್ತವೆ ಲಾಂಗರ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಇರ್ತವೆ. ಸೊ ಲಾಂಗರ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಇರೋವಂಥವು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಟೈಮಿಂಗ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸಿಂಟಿಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತವೆ. ಸೊ ಆಲ್ ದ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಡು ನಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಟೈಮ್. Hence, we can define the average life or mean life of a radioactive element. So, adukoskar navenu tagoltivi average life of a mean life of a radioactive element anta consider. So, now what is meant by the average life or mean life of a radioactive element? So, it is defined as the ratio of the sum of the lifetime of the all the nuclei, sum of the lifetime of the all the nuclei to the total number of nuclei present in the sample. So ella atoms ನ ಲೈಫ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಸಮ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಆ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಟೋಟಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೈ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ ಅದನ್ನ ರೇಷಿಯೋ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಆವ್ರೇಜ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಅಥವಾ ಮೀನ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಟೈಮ್ನ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಬೋದು. ಸಿ ದ ಆವ್ರೇಜ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಆರ್ ಮೀನ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಈಸ್ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಟಿ. ಟಿ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆವ್ರೇಜ್ ಲೈಫ್, ಅದನ್ನು ಟಿ ಎಮ್ ಅಂತಲೂ ಕೂಡ ತಗೋಬೋದು. ಆವ್ರೇಜ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಆರ್ mean life of a radioactive element is defined as it is the ratio of sum of the lifetime of all atoms, in the sample to the total number of nuclei present in the sample. Total number of nuclei present in the sample. That is the average life or mean life of a radioactive element. So ಒಂದು ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೈ ಇದಾವೆ ಅಂದಮೇಲೆ ಸೊ ಆ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೈ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಲೈಫ್ ಟೈಮು ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಒಂದು ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೈನ ಲೈಫ್ ಟೈಮು ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೈಂದು ಲಾಂಗರ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಇರೋದು ಬೇಗ ಡಿಸಿಂಟಿಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಲಾಂಗ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಇರೋದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಟೈಮ್ ತಗೊಳುತ್ತೆ ಡಿಸಿಂಟಿಗ್ರೇಟ್. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಆ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್ ಆ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟಿನ ಲೈಫ್ ಟೈಮ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಆವ್ರೇಜ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೀನ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಡಿಫೈನ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ದ ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಸಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಲೈಫ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಆಲ್ ದ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಟು ದ ಟೋಟಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೈ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ sample. So that is the average life, and it is also defined as it is inversely proportional to the decay constant. That is decay constant, that is equal to decay constant. Alpha represents decay constant, sorry, alpha lambda. So it is inversely proportional to the decay constant. So decay constant is lambda. Lambda represents decay constant. Average life or mean life of a radioactive element is equal to the 1 divided by lambda. It is inversely proportional to the decay constant. So this is about the mean life or average life of a radioactive element. So next see the relation between the half-life and the mean life of a radioactive element. So now half-life of a radioactive element na nodidvi. So sample ina 50% disintegration ಆಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಟೈಮ್ ತಗೊಳುತ್ತೆ, that's the half-life. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ mean life. So what is the relation between half-life and mean life? So ನೋಡೋಣ. So the relation between mean life and half-life of a radioactive element. Mean life and half-life of a radioactive element. So we know that the average or mean life of a radioactive element is inversely proportional to the decay constant. That is given by Ta is equal to 1 by lambda. Ta represents average and lambda represents decay constant. And also we know that the half-life, that is Tf is equal to 0.692 divided by lambda. So equation 1, equation 2 nalli nanu arrangement ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ half-life Tf is equal to 0.692 into 1 divided by lambda. So now 1 divided by lambda ಇದೆ, 1 divided by lambda ನಾನು Ta ಅಂತ ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀನಿ. So that is Tf is equal to 0.692 into Ta. That is the relation between the half-life and mean life of a radioactive element. So half-life of a radioactive element is equal to the 0.692 times of the mean life or average life of a radioactive element. That is the relation between the mean life and half-life of a radioactive element. So next see the Q value of a nuclear reaction. Q value of a nuclear reaction. So now what is meant by the Q value of a nuclear reaction? See, the energy get absorbed or released during the nuclear reactions is known as the Q value of nuclear reaction. So nuclear reactions ಆಗಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಥವಾ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ಡ್ ಆರ್ ರಿಲೀಸ್ಡ್. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನ ಕ್ಯೂ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಹೌ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಡಿಫೈನ್ಡ್. So the Q value of nuclear reaction is defined as the difference between The difference between the kinetic energy of products and reactants. See, the Q value of a nuclear reaction is defined as the difference between the kinetic energies of the products and the reactants. So, kinetic energy reactants into ಮತ್ತೆ products in a difference ನಾವು Q value of nuclear reaction. So, and it is given by Q is equal. The Q value of nuclear reaction is the difference between the kinetic energy of the products and the reactants. So, see, it is given by Mx minus My plus M alpha into C square. Wait. So the difference between the kinetic energy of the products and the reactants, kinetic energy is of mv square. So where C square is the velocity of light, mx is the reactant. This is the reactant. So my and m alpha, by emitting alpha particle, it is the product. So it is the difference between the products and the reactants. That is the Q value of the nuclear reaction. That is Q is equal to, so mx minus my minus m alpha into C square. The Q value of a nuclear reaction is given by Q is equal to mx minus my minus m alpha into C square. So we know that the nuclear reactions are of two types. So one is the endothermic nuclear reaction and another one is the exothermic nuclear reaction. There are two types of nuclear reactions. One is the exothermic, another one is the endothermic nuclear reactions. See? So exothermic nuclear reactions. Exothermic nuclear reactions. See, in the exothermic nuclear reactions, the mass of the reactants is greater than the mass of the products. Mass of the reactants is greater than the mass of the products. So exothermic nuclear reactions ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ, so ಆ reactions ಅಲ್ಲಿ products ಇನ mass ಏನಿದೆ reactants ಇನ mass ಗಿಂತ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ reactants ಇನ mass ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, product ಇನ mass ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So the mass of the reactants is greater than the mass of the products. Hence the Q value is positive. Q value ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, positive. ಯಾಕೆ, reactants ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ, product ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇದೆ. So the Q value of the nuclear reaction is positive. Hence the energy is released during the nuclear reaction. Energy is released during the exothermic nuclear reaction. So exothermic nuclear reaction alli reactants ina mass ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, product ina mass ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So hence the Q value of nuclear reaction is positive. So the energy is released in the exothermic nuclear reaction. So another nuclear reaction is endothermic nuclear reaction. So endothermic nuclear reaction. So in the endothermic nuclear reaction, the mass of the reactants is less than the mass of the the reactants in a mass kadme irutte. Hence the Q value of nuclear reaction is negative as the energy is observed. Energy is observed in the endothermic nuclear reaction. So exothermically reactions in a mass ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇನ ಮಾಸ್ ಗಿಂತ. ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇನ ಮಾಸ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಇಂದು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಕ್ಯೂ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ ಎಕ್ಸೋಥರ್ಮಿಕ್ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್. ಬಟ್ ಎಂಡೋಥರ್ಮಿಕಲ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇನ ಮಾಸ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇನ ಮಾಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Hence the Q value becomes negative as the energy get absorbed in the endothermic nuclear reaction. See, from the radioactive element, alpha particles and beta particles are emitted. Either alpha particle ಆದ್ರೂ ಇಲ್ಲ beta particle ಆದ್ರೂ emitted. So a new element is formed. So ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಂದ ಐದರ್ ಆಲ್ಫಾ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಆದ್ರೂ ಎಮಿಟ್ ಅಥವಾ ಬೀಟಾ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಎಮಿಟ್ ಆದರೆ ನ್ಯೂ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್. ದ ಒರಿಜಿನಲ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ಒರಿಜಿನಲ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಅಥವಾ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಅಂಡ್ ನ್ಯೂ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನ ಡಾಟರ್ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಡಾಟರ್ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್. ಸೊ ಒಂದು ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟು ಅದರ ಆಲ್ಫಾ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ನ ಎಮಿಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಥವಾ ಬೀಟಾ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ನ ಎಮಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನ್ಯೂ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟು ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಎಮಿಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ಇರೋಂಥ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಥವಾ ಒರಿಜಿನಲ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟನ್ನು ನಾವು ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಎಮಿಟ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಸೊ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ನ್ಯೂ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಡಾಟರ್ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ or in the radioactivity, both the charge and energy is conserved. Both the charge and energy are conserved. So this is about the Q value of the nuclear reaction and in the exothermic and in the endothermic nuclear reactions. Next see alpha decay. What is meant by alpha decay? See, the spontaneous process of emission of an alpha particle from the radioactive nucleus is called alpha decay. So, the radioactive nucleus ಇಂದ continuous ಆಗಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ alpha particles emit. The spontaneous process of emission of alpha particles from the radioactive nucleus is called alpha decay. See, when the radioactive element emits alpha particle, when the radioactive elements emit alpha particles, the new element having the atomic mass decreases by 4 units and the atomic number so decreases by the atomic number decreases by 2 units than that of the parent element. So than that of the parent element. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಲ್ಫಾ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಎಮಿಟ್ ಆದರೆ ಸೊ ಒಂದು ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಂದ ಆಲ್ಫಾ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಎಮಿಟ್ ಆದರೆ ನ್ಯೂ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ ನ್ಯೂ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ having the atomic mass decreases by 4 units and atomic number decreases by 2 units. So than that of the parent element. That means it shifts left to the in the periodic table. It shifts left in the periodic table. 2 group left in the periodic table. See, the spontaneous process of emission of an alpha particle from the radioactive nucleus is called the alpha decay. See, when the radioactive element emits alpha particle, the new element having the atomic mass decreased by 4 unit and the atomic number is decreased by the 2 unit than that of the parent element. That means it shifts to left 2 group in the periodic table. Periodic table ಅಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಗ್ರೂಪಿಗೆ ಹಿಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಯಾವುದು ನ್ಯೂ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್. So the reaction, the general reaction for the alpha decay is given by C X, that's a representation of the nucleus. This is the mass number, this is the atomic number, this is atomic mass, this is atomic. When it emits alpha particle, and it emits alpha particle, so the mass number, it is the new element. Why is the new element? The mass number is decreased by 4 unit, atomic number is decreased by 2 unit with the emission of an alpha particle, that is helium nucleus. Alpha particle. So this is the general reaction for the alpha decay. So see the example. When the uranium nucleus emits an alpha particle, so when it emits an alpha particle, a new element thorium is released. So examples: uranium nucleus, that is 23892. This is the radioactive element which emits the alpha particle, that is the alpha decay. A thorium nucleus is formed, that is thorium TH. So alpha particle emit ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ mass number decreased by the 4 unit, atomic number decreased by the 2 unit. So 238 ಇದೆ, 4 unit decrease ಆಗ್ತಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 234. So atomic number decreased by 2 unit, that is 90 plus helium nucleus, that is an alpha particle. Alpha particle. So this is the example for the alpha decay. See, in this reaction, the mass of the products is less than the mass of the reactants. Hence, the mass is converted into energy during the decay process. It is converted into kinetic energy during this decay process. In this reaction, the mass of the products is less than the mass of the reactant. So this is about the alpha decay. The beta decay. Beta. What is meant by beta decay? The spontaneous process of emission of a beta particle from the radioactive nucleus is called the beta decay. So beta particles emit ಆದರೆ radioactive nucleus ಇಂದ beta particles emit ಆದರೆ ಅದನ್ನ beta decay ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. So see, when the radioactive element emits beta particles, the new element having the mass number remains same. Mass number remains same. Mass number remains same, but the atomic number increases by 1 unit. Increase by 1 unit than that of the parent element. That means it shifts one group right in the periodic table. So periodic table alli one group right side ge shift agutte. So when the radioactive elements emits beta particles, the new element having the mass number remains same. Mass number enirutte, it remains same, but atomic number enagutte, it is increased by 1 unit. So periodic table alli one group right side ge new element shift. So general equation or expression, reaction for the beta decay is given by C. It is the parent nucleus having the atomic mass, atomic number Z. When it emits the beta particle, see the new element having the mass number remains same, but the atomic number increased by 1 unit, that is Z plus 1 with the emission of electron, that is plus minus beta particle. So this is a general reaction for the beta decay. So beta decay ನಲ್ಲಿ ನ್ಯೂ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗೋದು ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಬಟ್ ಮಾಸ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಬಟ್ ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ 1 ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದ ಜನರಲ್ reaction for the beta decay is given by X, A, Z. So it emits a beta particle, the new element are formed with increased by 1 atomic number. It emits the beta particles. Here there are two types of beta decay. One is the positive beta decay, another one is the negative beta decay. So now let's see the negative beta decay. What is the reaction for the negative beta decay? See, negative beta decay. See the reaction. So X, A, Z. It emits an beta particle. The new element having the mass number same, but the atomic number is increased by 1 unit plus E minus 1. That is plus anti-neutrino. So this symbol now anti-neutrino. So in this process, the electron is emitted with the emission of the anti-neutrino particles. So electron emit ಆಗೋದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಒಂದು anti-neutrino particle ಕೂಡ emit ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So during the negative beta decay, during the process, the electron is emitted with the emission of the anti-neutrino particle. So negative beta decay ದಲ್ಲಿ anti-neutrino ಕೂಡ emit ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So see the example. So the thorium nucleus having 234, 90. So it emits the alpha particle. It becomes protoactinum. Pa represents protoactinum. Mass number remains the same, that is 234, but it increases by 1 unit in the atomic number ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ 1 ಯೂನಿಟ್ increase ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. That is protoactinum 234, 90 with the emission of electron and anti-neutrino. That is symbol. So with the emission of anti-neutrino particle. So in this reaction, in the negative beta decay, this process, the neutron is converted into proton, electron and the anti-neutrino. In this process, the neutron is converted into proton, electron and the anti-neutrino. So this is about the negative beta decay. So next see the positive beta decay. So next see the positive beta decay. So negative beta decay ದಲ್ಲಿ atomic number ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ increased by 1 unit. So electron emission ಆಗೋದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಒಂದು anti-neutrino particle ಕೂಡ emit ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. But in the case of positive beta decay, see the reaction, that is A, Z with the emission of positive beta decay. The new element, that is plus the negative beta is the positive beta, the plus 1 plus neutrino. So during the positive beta decay, the new element having the atomic number decreased by 1 unit. but in the case of negative beta decay it is increased by 1 unit, but positive beta decay dalli it is decreased by 1 unit. So in this reaction, the emission of positron along with the emission of neutrino, negative beta decay dalli electron emission ಆಗುತ್ತೆ with the anti neutrino particle. So ಅದರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ anti neutrino particle ಕೂಡ emit ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. But positive beta decay dalli positron emitted along with the neutrino particles. In this process, here the proton is converted into neutron and positron along with the neutrino particles. That is given by here the proton, that is H1 is converted into proton is converted into neutron and the positron, that is plus 1 0 with the emission of neutrino particle. So see the example for the positive beta decay. So see here the sodium, that is Na2211. So during the positive beta decay the atomic number is decreased by 1 unit. See that is the 2210 with the emission of the positron, that is 1 neutrino particle. So that is the example for the positive beta decay. So during the positive beta decay the new element is decreased by atomic number by 1 unit. So negative beta decay dalli 1 unit increase ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, but positive beta decay dalli 1 unit decrease ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ. See gamma decay. So now what is meant by gamma decay? See the spontaneous process of emission of high energy photon. The spontaneous process of emission of high energy photon from a radioactive nucleus is called gamma decay. So the radioactive nucleus in the high energy photons emit spontaneous again emission andre avana ನಾವು gamma decay ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. So during the gamma decay, when the radioactive element emits the gamma particles, the new element having the mass number and the atomic number remains same. Only the thing is the nucleus in the excited state, that means the higher energy level comes to the ground state. So higher energy level in the ground state ge ವಾಪಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ due to the emission of an gamma particle. So the spontaneous emission of the high energy photons from a radioactive nucleus is called the gamma decay. So when the radioactive element emits gamma particles, the new element having the mass number and atomic number remains same. Only the thing is the nucleus is in the higher energy level jumps to the ground level with the emission of the alpha particles. So that is X, A, Z. Gamma decay, it remains the same, that is A, Z with the emission of gamma particles. The emission of gamma particles. So see, the radioactive elements emits the alpha and beta particles. The new nucleus are excited to the high energy levels. ಒಂದು ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟು ಆಲ್ಫಾ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಬೀಟಾ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ನ ಎಮಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನ್ಯೂ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಹೈಯರ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಲೆವೆಲ್ಗೆ ಜಂಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಟ್ ಜಂಪ್ಸ್ ಟು ದ ಹೈಯರ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಲೆವೆಲ್ಸ್. Those nucleus are comes or jumps to the ground level by emitting the gamma particles. So see the example, that is protoactive, that is 2, 3, 4, 90. Yes, protoactinum 234, 90 with the emission of gamma particles. That means this nucleus is in the higher energy level emits the gamma particle that jumps to the ground. So this is about the gamma decay. So this completes your topic nucleus. So nucleus topic ಇವತ್ತಿಗೆ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಈ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟ ಹಾಗೆ ಕೆಲವು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ನ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಸೊ ಈ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂತೆ ಅಸೈನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಆ ಅಸೈನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸನ್ನು ಬರೆದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಗ್ರೂಪಿಗೆ ಸೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಸೊ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.